West Ham have completed the transfer of Jesse Lingard from Manchester United. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more West Ham videos. Now, this is a signing that has certainly divided the fan base. If you go on West Ham Twitter, you will see some fans are very happy with the sign of Jesse Lingard. Some fans who are not too sure, didn't want him, can't see what he could bring to the team considering he hasn't played much football. Then there's some fans that are certainly warming to the transfer. And where do I sit along those three categories? I'm certainly warming to the transfer. And the reason why is because Craig Dawson has taught me never to dismiss a signing again. He was someone that was brought in from Watford after being relegated with Watford, and he was an underwhelming sign. We've been linked with Wesley Fofana, we've been linked with James Tarkowski, and we ended up with a championship centre-back. However, he is coming to this team built in a certain system, and he has delivered wonders. Now, Jesse Lingard, David Moyes clearly feels like he can get a tune out of Jesse Lingard, and I feel like, you know, whilst he does have a media presence, a lot of fans are like, well, he's more worried about his media presence rather than his football. You know, we can see that Jesse Lingard's a bubbly character. He's a fun guy probably to hang around with and chill with, and him coming into the West Ham sort of dressing room and integrating with the West Ham squad, I don't think is going to alter the mood. You can imagine the West Ham mood right now. We've won 6 games in a row. We're bubbly. We're happy. We're looking forward to the next game. And seeing someone of that character that could maybe complement the current West Ham squad and maybe even improve the mood of the players around him, I don't see that as a bad thing. Now, in terms of what he could potentially bring to this West Ham team, I have done a video on what West Ham fans could expect from Jesse Lingard. But what am I expecting? I'm expecting a hard worker. David Moyes has worked with him at Manchester United, and David Moyes, to be fair, has got 99.9% of things spot on, whether it's transfers, whether it's tactics on the pitch, whether it's even recently his substitutions have been bang on. If it's, you know, his management of certain players or his rotational of certain players, he's, you know, sort of integrating inside Ben Rama. It looks like he's done that magnificently well. If he fully believes that he can get a tune out of Jesse Lingard, and he can sort of get his career back on track and sort of spark a revival for Jesse Lingard, then I don't see it as a problem. You know, this guy was an England international not so long ago. He was in a World Cup playing regular for England. You know, he presses from the front. He can be defensively disciplined. He can track players. He works hard for the team. And as I said, if Moyes thinks he can get a tune out of him on a loan deal, it is a no-brainer. He has got quality. He has got flashes of brilliance, of individual quality, driving with the ball through central areas. Now, he has played a lot of his games for Manchester United, predominantly on the right wing. And what we've seen so far with David Moyes signings, such as Ben Rama, such as, you know, even Soufal, who can play right wing back, he can play right back. You know, Soucek, we've seen versatility in terms of interchanging, and that's what he wants with his signings or even potential transfer targets that he's looking at. He wants to know if you can do a job in other positions, right? Just in case maybe there's a suspension, maybe there's an injury. Can you fill in for the team and do a different job? And that's what Jesse Lingard can do. Predominantly played on the right wing, but he can also play centre. He can also play left. There's also talk that he could be also deployed as a striker. Now, obviously, the big thing is regarding West Ham fans, we want to sign a striker. Apparently, it has been said that this signing is not going to affect the pursuit of a striker, and I hope it doesn't, because we need to bring a striker in to sort of complement or compete at least with Mikel Antonio. And Jesse Lingard, whilst he could possibly do a job in those 3 positions behind the strikers, also being hinted that he could be possibly looked at as a bit of cover for Soucek or for Rice if he was, you know, if they were to be injured or suspended. Now, in terms of the actual deal, a loan deal till the end of the season, apparently we've paid 1.5 million and he's getting paid like £80,000 a week wages. It's quite a lot of money, to be fair. You know, in terms of 80 grand a week, it probably relates to about 3.5 million for the duration of his loan deal. However, if he's a player, and obviously whilst we do have a lot of players in those positions, Fornals, Bowen, Yarmolenko could play in the middle or out wide. You know, Ben Rama, whilst it does seem like we have a lot of, you know, players for those positions, it feels like Jesse Lingard could possibly bring a different dynamic to this West Ham attack, and he potentially a goal or assist in a big game, even if he just brings an extra 3 points or makes a vital impact in a vital game that pushes up us a place in the league, then he could potentially pay back that transfer fee. The one thing biggest problem for me with this transfer is that we don't have an option to buy. And that is my biggest gripe regarding when it comes to loan deals. I like to have, you know, loans with options to buy. Because if he does very well at West Ham, you know, he gets a couple of goals, he gets a couple of assists, and he's sort of in a rhythm, and he probably doesn't want to go back to Manchester United. If he's in a rhythm and he might even be had a shout of getting back into the England squad, then I want an option to buy. I want to come the end of the season, be like, right, West Ham, you know, Jesse Lingard, you've done very well for West Ham. We're going to bring you in, whether it's 7, 8, 9, 10 million, whatever the fee is. This guy's only got a year left on his contract. And the last thing I want is sort of West Ham, come the end of the season, if he does very well, not have that option. And Manchester United are like, well, we're just going to drain his contract right down to the bitter end, and you have to pay 15 or 20 million if you want him right now. So that is my biggest gripe regarding this transfer fee. I wanted to see an option to buy. We've seen players like Billy Gilmour being linked to West Ham, going off a little bit of a tangent. We've seen Billy Gilmour linked to West Ham. I don't want Billy Gilmour because there's no option to buy, and if there was, Chelsea would want a ludicrous amount of money. So Jesse Lingard, welcome to West Ham. I think he's going to be a decent signing. As I said, David Moyes has got 99.9% of things correct this season, and if he thinks Jesse Lingard is going to be a perfect fit for this character of West Ham, what he brings in terms of being a good person, because we have to find a balance at West Ham between being a good player, a good person, and obviously working hard for the team and being a good teammate, sacrificing maybe some of your technical prowess in order for the greater good for the team, and so we can just keep on picking up results and just keep on riding this momentum where we're currently sitting 5th in the Premier League table after Liverpool. Now, in terms of if he's going to be available for the game against on Sunday, I'm not too sure. As far as I'm aware, if West Ham have got the paperwork done by 12 o'clock, then it probably doesn't matter if West Ham announce him later or whatever time. So for me, I'm delighted with the signing. I'm looking forward to see how he performs with a manager that has 100% faith in him. So welcome to West Ham, Jesse Lingard. Make sure you check out my other West Ham videos, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.